Okay, so we're back. Woohoo! Here goes my iffy liner, which I need to erase pencil lines from. And I think I figured out how to zoom this in, so let's zoom it in a little bit. Alright, woo! I already picked out most of the colors, so hopefully that'll save some time in the decision-making process here. The only problem is this Lyra Rembrandt pencil set is a 36 count set, and there's browns, but there's no real flesh tones for pale skin, so we're going to have to get creative and mix some colors together. So that'll be fun. I haven't done that in a long time. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to erase all those polka dots. Whoops. That's okay. Just want to erase these fold lines. I finished the inking off camera yesterday. I got home kind of late. I ended up falling asleep. I slept for a really long time. And then I got up and went to my mom's house for a bit, hung out there, talking about my comics, all that good stuff. Then I inked this over there. Alright, so I picked out everybody's colors. Who should we color first? This is just going to be colored pencil. I need to get this gouache water out of here, though, before I knock it over. That would be sad. Okay. So, maybe we'll save him for last, because he's going to be the most challenging. Demi's going to be a challenge because of his no skin tone having colored pencil set. We're taking some risks. I remember in not junior high, my sophomore year of high school, we had a project to do, and we had to color skin. And I had to be just so extra, and I decided I was going to color skin tone. It was like a self-portrait type of deal, and I wanted to color my skin using only primary colors, and I didn't use any skin tones. And the only colors I let myself use on the whole project were red, blue, yellow, and white. I didn't even let myself use black. And it took so long to finish that project, but I was so proud of myself. I was able to blend the tones, but it just took a lot of layers. And at that time, I was using Prismacolor Verithins. If I were smart, I would have just colored this whole dress blue and added the polka dots with something else. Why didn't I think of that? Guess I'm not smart. I just like doing everything the hard way. Okay. So here we go, again with the theme that may or may not get someone sued. I already picked out the colors. And now I'm just going to go to town, and you're just going to see my whole process here. I hope, let me check this camera. Hope this is picking it up. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit more. I just figured out how to zoom on this phone. I'm so sorry. Alright. Well, that's going. I got a new cup of coffee. And we're just going to color. So this is Lyra Rembrandt, and this is light blue. Oh boy. Bet you couldn't figure that out. So now we're going to see how these pencils do just by themselves. I inked this with that Sakura Micron brush pen in sepia. Did not like it. The pen, I mean. I'm on the fence about the actual quality of the lines in this, but it is what it is at this point. I'm not going to change anything now. So usually when I color something with color pencil, I like to just do basic watercolor first, get my first layer on, and then I add shadows in it as I go. And I don't always stick to this, but I like to get the base colors on there just so I can kind of see where I'm at with everything. And I think I was going to make my light source coming in from this way so we can have a bunch of highlights on his abs and stuff. But we'll see. I just try to be real loose with the first layer and have a light hand because I'm just trying to get the colors blocked in. And like when you're painting and you like to block in your colors. I think I talked about this before in that other video that I have. And my coloring is going to look a little chaotic. I color in both directions usually. I do like one pass one way and then I go over it the other way so it looks even. And then the shadows, it just depends. I'm not too picky about how I do that. I don't really use colorless blenders. I have some. I don't like them. And I don't burnish because my hand hurts too bad for that. I color in layers. So if you like that, welcome to the layer club. If you don't, color it however you want to color. I don't really care. I can only do what works for me. These pencils are weird. They're kind of scratchy. I think I mentioned that before too. It's like when you're coloring with them, they're not smooth when you're laying them down, and it doesn't matter. I've tried them on all different papers too. I've tried them on cardstock, Bristol. I didn't do those videos yet. I planned on doing this big paper comparison video because I have all different kinds of paper, and some pencils do better on others. It just depends. And I'm sorry if you're getting dizzy because I spin my paper around so much when I'm coloring, but I have to go whatever way is the most comfortable for my hand. And I kind of just do it without warning because, like I said, I'm not the best at teaching. I just go with my flow. And I forget other people don't have my flow. Other people have their own flow. Even as I'm laying this down, I can kind of see that the layers aren't even. Just with that scratchiness, it affects how the color lays down on the paper. But it's early in the painting stage, so we'll see how it turns out. So this will be 2 separate videos. I'm proud of myself. 2 uploads in one day. That's what this is going to turn into, depending how long it takes to compress the files. Yeah, definitely should have added the polka dots after instead of trying to color around all these little tiny areas. That's the kind of stuff that starts making my hand hurt when I have to maneuver around these little details. It's okay though. I just keep saying that. It's okay. Everything's okay. Is it? Is it though? 5 minutes in and already having a sore hand. I gotta make sure I keep checking this camera too to make sure this is still in frame. It's funny to me to think about complaining about only having 36 colors when I was in high school and I had got my first set of Prismacolor pencils. I only had the first set I had was only a 12 set, and then I graduated to a 24 set, and I used to make so many colors with that 24 set. Sometimes having such a limited palette, it just forces you to be more creative because you need certain colors and you don't have them, so you just try your best to make them. And some of these big sets just make me lazy because you don't have to make all the colors. You can just grab whatever one you need and color with it. So that's what's kind of fun about this, is to go back to more of a limited selection. And if you're a layerer, I mean, blending colors always is a fun thing. It's just because it's part of your blending style anyway, so you don't care how many colors you have because you can make any color you want. Most of the time. Yeah, this is so scratchy. I can even see it on here. Like, it does not lay down smooth at all. Maybe as you build the layers up, it'll look smoother, but you can see it when you get up close. I don't know how it shows up on the camera, but I can see it. From a distance, it's okay, because it's kind of the same tone, but you can see all the direction lines. It did okay over the markers. That's why I'm surprised these are turning out so. It's kind of a grainy, gritty. And even you can hear it and I can feel it when I'm coloring. I told you that scratchy feeling. It's like that the whole time I'm using it. No matter what pressure. That's so weird. I wonder why. It's almost dry. It's I don't know. It's something I think maybe you can't fully get it unless you use them, but it's not terrible, but it's just weird. I don't know how I feel about it. It almost feels like I'm trying to color with a charcoal stick. That's what it reminds me of, actually. Charcoal. And honestly, those Lyric Groove ones that I have with the holes and the notches in the sides, I think there's some kids' pencils. They have the Prang ones like that too, and I don't know if they're the same or not because I don't have those, but those blend really well together, and I really would like to get a big set of those because even though they're cheap kind of children's grade, they blend well on all different kinds of paper. The problem with the colors that I have left out of the set that I had is just they're just very vibrant primary colors. You can blend with them, but it's hard when it's like a very warm red or a very warm blue. There's no neutral in between. So, alright, so we got a base layer of the dress. I already picked out skin and hair and stuff for Miss Hayden. So, that's a shadow. That's a shadow. I can't remember if this is skin or hair. I didn't mean to do swatches on the side with this color test I was doing, but here I am. I was trying to color test for a character I'm creating. Well, I already created him, but I'm trying to figure out exactly what he looks like. And I didn't mean to color on that side, but too late. I already did it. I'm not happy with how I did her arm in this page. I didn't indent very far for her forearm, so it looks like her forearm, and her upper arm are the same size. Oh well. Now you know, making all these mistakes. Like I said, not my best quality of line art, but I mean, I've definitely done worse. It's always hard too when I try to record it. I feel like all my art skills go out the window when I'm trying to record myself making something. Everything just looks like a turd. Alright, we got some flex. Guess you couldn't really see when I was coloring the other parts. Okay. Your hand. I'm not going to do any shading just yet. I'm just going to lay my flat colors on here. And you're going to look at me like I'm crazy when I do him, because I'm going to use yellow as the base layer for his skin, but it will come together, I hope. We'll see how they blend. I don't know. I haven't really layered these too much yet. They say you can. They advertise them as a layering pencil, so we're going to see if that's true once I get there. I gotta figure out which color was supposed to be her hair. I don't remember if it was like the yellow or if it was the orange yellow. Probably the yellow. Or maybe the ochre. I don't know. Whatever. What is this? I'm calling it yellow. That's not the official color. Oh, this is ochre. This does not look like ochre to me. I would have called this ochre. This is more of that tan yellow. What the heck? Okay. Whatever. They got their own weird color system. But tell me that's ochre. Come on. That's not ochre. It's like golden yellow. I'm going to deepen her skin tone up a little later. But for right now, we're just putting the base. She's got that Beyonce color hair. Okay, still scratchy. That has not changed at all. Hasn't gotten any better. I thought, you know, sometimes some colors are just scratchy, and then when you switch, it's fine. But nope, not the case with these. All right. Okay, so here we go. Which one was I going to use? Oh, I think I was using this terrible lemon yellow or whatever. What is this? Oh, lemon cadmium, according to Lyra Rembrandt, for the base color of his skin tone. And I hope I'm not going to regret this, but we're going to find out. Be careful, though, because he's got these abs. We don't need to have... I mean, he clearly already looks human. Come on. How many people don't have this skin color? Glowing, neon, lemon yellow skin. Am I going to regret this? I just might. It remains to be seen. Oh God, not this one. I don't like how YouTube thinks it knows me with this mix suggestion. Whoops. Okay. Recently got YouTube Premium, and I love it. I like that I can listen on my phone, and I can actually minimize the app and still listen to what I'm trying to listen to. That was the best thing for me. They could have just told me that was the feature, and I would have bought it for that, because that's the most annoying thing. You're trying to look on your phone and listen, and I'm not using it right now because I'm using my phone to record, but I can't stand when I'm trying to listen to something, and I just want to go back out and look at something real quick on the browser, or I want to answer a text message, and it won't let you it stops your video when you're trying to do that, when you exit out of the app. It's annoying. Alright, I know it's looking crazy. Let's hang in there. It's the base layer. Everything looks crappy in the flats layer. And before you add all your highlights and shadows. So, we'll see. I don't know, though. The way this is going, it's questionable. This color is scratchy, but it lays down a little better than the other one. Or at least, if it's not blending together, I really can't see it well enough to know. Listen to one artist on YouTube and you'll get all their songs in your playlist. Oh, I'm shading. I need to stop. Stop shading. Don't shade. Just fill it in. Okay. I need that bright, vibrant red for his little shorts. It ain't that one. I can't remember if I was using this one or that one. I think it was this one. Maybe. Wait, let me see. That one? I think it's that one. This is even in the frame. Oh, so I can't see. Okay. I keep standing up and checking every 5 minutes. I gotta remember to do that. I'm sorry, guys. This board is going all over the place because I'm using it upside down. Why? I don't know why. Why do I do anything that I do? It doesn't make any sense. I should just turn it the right way. Then quit banging around. That's really annoying. I don't think about that stuff. I'm just like, slam, slam, slam. Now, what color was I using for his hair? His hair! There was some kind of an orange. Just mix this. Maybe I'll use that and the actual orange. I don't want it to look too carroty. And I don't want this to be too close to the color of those shorts. Man, this internet connection is awful. All the music keeps freezing. I'm gonna upgrade this internet package when I get the money. That'd be the one thing I really would probably splurge on, is just updating this internet, because I think I have the cheapest package that my provider offers, because it's just me. But it sucks in the evening. It's like, it just never works right. And I called them about it before, and they're like, well, it's just like airwaves and traffic, and when there's a lot of traffic, you gotta expect interruptions. Well, you know what? I pay for my own piece of the pie, and I should be able to experience it without interruptions. It's like, y'all charge me $60 a month. You even charge me to rent your stupid equipment. And I can't even have an uninterrupted internet connection in the evening. Wouldn't that be the time I expect it to be uninterrupted, when I'm actually home? Which normally I wouldn't be, but, you know, in theory. It's just irritating. It drives me nuts. So, I a lot of time when I'm drawing, I usually just use, honestly, like an old school CD player. I have my CDs. I still buy CDs. I'm that person. And, or burn them for that matter too. You can do that. But at least then you can always listen uninterrupted. That's the only thing I don't like about all this streaming crap, is like, you're so dependent on the internet connection. As soon as the internet goes down, you don't have access to anything. It's like all your libraries of stuff, your movies, your games, everything. I hate it. It's like, I don't want to be dependent on the internet to be able to access things that I paid for. That's annoying. And so, here we have another rant. If I had $1 for all the things I complain about on this channel, I wouldn't even need to work this job. I wouldn't even need to be a nurse. Okay. And I wanted to give them a background color too, but don't ask me what color I wanted to make it. So we have our first pass of colors, and I think we should start with him for the second pass, because he's starting to look weird with all this yellow. So I'm going to go super, super, super light. Super light, like impossibly light. And just do this orange over top of this yellow. I was going to use the red. I tested on a couple pieces of paper though, and it didn't really look right. But orange and yellow, or red and yellow, you can usually make a decent peach tone. Usually. And I'll probably have to jazz it up in a couple spots, but that's okay, I expect that. Then I might use the brown that I used for her skin, just to add some shadow to his skin. But we'll see. Hardest part's going to be doing all these muscles with this weird skin tone that I'm creating. But I'm up for the challenge. I like a good challenge. I have to take off these headphones, they're driving me crazy. They just keep disconnecting and reconnecting, and they're driving me nuts. I think it's because I need to charge them. So I'm going to be sitting in silence here. How depressing. Everything. The sound of my voice and the scratching of my pencil, that's it. Oh no. Alright. time am I looking at? 31 minutes so far, and all I've got are some iffy base layers. Oh boy. Okay. He's looking quite orange. Gonna have to fix this. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shiitake. Good news is, most of the time, if you do too much color pencil, you can usually go back and lift some of it up. Usually. That's why you gotta do it like hand. Or else you'll be stuck. You'll be stuck. I might be stuck with some of it, but I'm okay with that. I just feel like when you layer like this, you can get so many rich colors. It's just kind of time consuming. Some people don't like to wait that long to get the color that they want. I'm just trying to use only the colors that are in this 36 set, but there's not a peach tone. So, which I don't like to just use straight up peach anyway, because usually it's kind of like a salmon color. It just usually looks a little weird. Nobody's skin usually looks like that, so. Let's see, so we just kind of get some shadow under here. This is the hardest part for me, shading these dang on muscles. I'm not that great. Not that great, but we're gonna try our best. It's gonna indent in from that. It's gonna have shadow underneath for the depth. Then his abs. Abs are like kinda like little spears. Kinda get the shadow underneath and then it's gonna take quite a few layers to get these right, but play with it. I want to start really light because I want to screw them up right away and then I can't erase any of the color out of there. Oops, that one's a little wonky. He's got the botched surgery abs. I didn't even color this part of his skin. He just has nothing there. Just white patch. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I made myself a cup of coffee and I haven't drank any of it. It's just been sitting here getting cold. Okay. When you stare at your paper for too long and your eyes start crossing, that's where I'm at right now. Okay. Let's get some color on this arm. going to try to watch a movie today, but it's already 10 o'clock. Guess I'm making a little bit better time than I expected. I thought it was midnight. But I can't stay up that late, so I gotta be up at 8 in the morning. That's depressing. I'm hoping I can get this done before I go to sleep. That will make me happy. Then I can upload my videos and feel like I actually accomplished something besides class. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not even that dark yet, and it's already not letting me lay down a lot of color. These things are kind of expensive, too, so I'm surprised that they're not. They say it's a layering pencil, but I'm really not able to. This is only layer 2. It's not letting me build up that much. Maybe it's just this color. You know how that goes sometimes. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know, guys. I thought I really loved these. That's the problem with swatching. It just gives you just enough to like it, but once you actually use it, then you're like, oh shoot, these aren't what I thought they were at all. It also could be, too, I did erase a lot on this paper, so I may have just ruined the tooth of this paper, so I don't want to totally blame this pencil, because even when I was drawing this, I remember I changed the line art. I think I changed his whole body at one point, so it may be me. But I don't know. Not 100% convinced. Alright, second pass with him, except for his hair. Let's see. I'm just going to darken it up a little bit because I'm going to add some shadows with a different color later, maybe, I don't know. Usually I do, if I layer like this, I usually do, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, depending. I mean, there might be a ton of layers, but I don't know how much of this is going to let me do, so we're going to just see, I guess. I'll deepen up this one color, and then I'll add other tones to her skin to give it more of a richness. When I do dark skin, I always like doing, depending on if they're cool or warm tone, I like to do blues and purples, undertones in the skin. I didn't really do that with her in this picture, but I love doing it. It's so rich, and you can get so many good layers, and it just looks so beautiful. And I saw a watercolor artist do it too, and it looked so good. I'm not that great with watercolor, but I can't remember the name of the channel. It looked lifelike. It's hard with watercolor too, because you have to leave the whites showing through, or you can't really, it's not like with gouache or acrylic or anything where you can layer up over top. I mean, you can layer, but you can't get too dark too soon, or you can't backtrack from that. I like putting all races in my characters. All skin tones. I don't even want to say races. I just say skin tones because I don't really know. They don't really have... They're just made up people in a made up land, but I like to have all different tones. It's so pretty. And because in real life, we're all different tones, so why not put them in my comic and in all my projects? This would be a good time for the colors of the world. I didn't think about that. I could have used all those skin tones, but we're trying to stick with this theme of Lyra Rembrandt, so we're doing the best we can. So far, I think they have a separate, they might have a separate portrait set. I'm not sure, but if they do, I didn't buy it. This is the only kind of artist grade set of theirs that I have. I think I'm getting too dark over here though, because it's not, I'm getting too dark to be able to add another layer. These are getting on a scale of 1 to 5, they're about a 2 for blendability. If you're super duper duper light, but I mean, look how many light layers you'd have to do just to even be able to build up the different tones that you'd want. So, I mean, they're not the worst pencils I've ever used or anything like that, but for what they charge for them and that, and then advertising them as professional grade, like an artist grade, then I feel like they should perform a little bit better as far as blending. And the scratchiness, it just drives me crazy. I could just feel it. You could feel it pulling on the paper when you're coloring with it, and it's just driving me nuts. Now that I layered this up, it looks more like an orange color than a brown. So we'll be adjusting this a little bit as we go. Okay. Layer 2 for the dress. See, I could just feel it. Ugh, that's scratching. It's like I'm trying to color with a stick of chalk. You could just feel it when it drags on the paper. That's annoying to me. I mean, that's probably my biggest complaint. Gave her some puffer sleeves. That trend was in again for a minute, and I just think those are the ugliest thing. You gotta have just the right arms to be able to make that trend work. I don't have them. Actually, it's not so much the arm, it's like my shoulders are just too broad, so it just draws even more attention to my already broad shoulders. Puffer sleeves are a no for us broad-shouldered girls. Add some shadows. See if we can blend these blue layers together. Maybe. Sorry, this is going to be all twisting all over the place for a little bit because this skirt just has all these stupid dots on here. So I gotta work around that. Yeah, I don't know. These are not, it's not blending together. Even this being the same color, it's like, it's so patchy when you're up close to it. I don't know how it's looking up there, but it's just super patchy. These pencils are quickly turning into a miss for me, and I really thought I liked them at first. Look at, I was duped. I was duped. Of course, I'll still try them on some other paper, and I'll try to not erase so much. Maybe if I draw directly with them or something and color it in, it might be different, but just this scratching. I mean, like when I know I keep saying it, but you can feel it dragging, and it's just not a smooth, even for a blendable pencil. I just feel like I've got other pencils that don't drag like this, that blend better, that I can layer a lot more. And it's, that dust keeps coming up. That dust is from this pencil color. It's not eraser shaving. It's just dust from the lead, which is weird. That's why I say it's dry. It's like it's flaking off on the paper. This is weird. I don't know. I've never used a pencil that did that. It just reminds me of chalk or charcoal, like I said earlier. It just keeps flaking off everywhere. Whew, I'm gonna have to get up and have a stretch break for a minute here. I've been sitting for a while. Been almost an hour. Oops, I went out of the lines there. But we're getting there. You get the idea. Oh, shoot. Why do I keep doing that? I'm going too fast. I'm just going too fast. Well, I guess we'll test the eraser. Oh, they erase pretty easy. That's a surprise. Oh my gosh. Maybe not though, since they're so doggone dusty. Probably not even laying down that much color. Okay, my hand is kind of hurting a little bit. Might have to take a break. Come back to it. Alright. I think we'll call that part 2 for right now. And then I'm going to take a break for a little bit. And then we'll come back and we'll do part 3. I didn't mean to make this so long, but coloring takes a while. Yeah, my hands are getting real sore. I gotta take a break and soak them a little bit. But thanks for watching so far. Come back for part 3. Hopefully I'll have these 2 uploaded tonight, and then I'll upload part 3 maybe tomorrow after I'm back from my class. Who knows, maybe I'll work on this more tonight. I might not record it all, or I'll just speed through it or something, but having fun so far. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit, and maybe you can see some of that grainy. See how scratchy it is? You can just see even the lead is kind of scratching up the paper in those spots. And I mean, obviously from a distance it doesn't look that bad at all, but some colors laid down a little smoother over here, like on his skin tone areas. It's like you can kind of see some scratchy when you get to the orange, but the yellow tone laid down pretty nice. But we'll go from there. I'm gonna stop for now and upload what I have, and next part will be hopefully up tomorrow by midnight. Thanks for watching, and so here's what we did so far. We got little chibi trunks, and 2 layers of pencils on here. And I will see y'all later.